All right, let's start it over. Let's start it over. Do. So no. What's up, y'all? And welcome back to Coffee, Wine, and Life in Between. It's your host, Antoinette, and I have with me my two girls. Hey, Miss Katurrah Darling from MixedPrints, and I have with me Miss My from This Is My Jones. What's up, y'all?
Hey.
What's up? I'm excited.
And we are back after a long hiatus of pandemic because it done came and took over everybody's life. You know, I just been not in a rut, but in like so this is really happening? Like 2020 is really wilding out right now? Like, that's what we're doing?
2020 got them hands.
I mean,
2020
it had hands. Like, if you saw my Insta story last week, it had hands that booked my closet. Like, it had hands. Like, it's out here. But we back. And as always, you can find this podcast on all podcast platforms. You can watch this podcast on YouTube. I'm doing the jazz hands. I don't know why. I don't know what this is about. You can watch it on YouTube, and you can watch this on Facebook. I said it before. I think I'm going to upload it on Facebook. I might upload this on Instagram TV.
Yes.
Maybe just this episode so they can see what was going on.
Okay.
And if you want more, you got to watch it on YouTube or listen to it on the podcast platforms. So before we get into it, if you hear my children, I don't apologize. I have children.
Me
And,
too.
you know, that is what it is. So
yeah. We all do. We're all moms. Like,
all
my kids downstairs.
I had to stop trying to be perfect. Like, listen, I'm
real
in
life.
So before we get into it, I'm going to let the girls reintroduce themselves because they was on here. I want to call it the pilot season.
Okay.
Maybe
that's
more
perfect,
of like the pilot season to just trying to. Okay, I'm going to hold on, y'all, because he crying or something happened.
But okay, come on, because we're going to be here all night.
But yeah, so as I was saying before, I had to go get the kiddos. If you had listened to the pilot season, you will already know of Miss KK and Miss Mai. But they are back, and they're going to reintroduce themselves because, listen, their statuses has changed, okay? Miss Mai is an influencer now, okay? Miss Katurrah is a business owner now. She out here making lip gloss. Like, our statuses has changed, okay?
Yeah.
I'm a
It's
content
been a matter
creator.
of months. That's what's crazy. Like,
girl, like we done upgraded. So let's reintroduce our upgraded selves. So I guess we start with
KK, go ahead.
Go ahead, Miss Katurrah.
I am Katurrah Darling. Some people know me as just Katurrah. I am a fashion blogger, a mother, a now lip gloss creator, and I'm very excited about that. The MixedPrint lip gloss will be launching in August 2020. I'm not sure when this video is
awesome,
but it'll be out there. So, you know, MixedPrints is the fashion blog where I just advocate about looking cute for less. Like, you don't have to spend a lot of money to look nice. Like, you can switch up your outfits, reuse things that are already in your closet, showing you how to dress it up, dress it down. And I felt like it was necessary to add a lip gloss to the MixedPrints line. You know, I'm talking about fashion. Why not put a little bit of beauty in there too? They go hand in hand.
Absolutely.
So, yes, that's all I have to say. And I'm hoping that all my women, you know, who support me, they love it and they give me, you know, good vibes about it, good reviews, and we'll see what happens.
Yes, girl, I'm excited because, you know,
me too.
I love me a little glossy. All right, Miss Mai, your updated status. Oh, I like that one. Let me put that on my caption. Updated status.
Hey guys, I am Mai from This Is My Jones. That's my Instagram, My Jones on YouTube. And I am an influencer. I'm a YouTuber influencer. That's what I do for fun. I always say I like to do that for fun because you have to love what you do. And I'm a mom, I'm a wife, and yeah, like I started this influencer thing back in January. I started with my YouTube channel, and then it I feel like Instagram kind of creeped itself in there for me. I wasn't even really looking to do a lot on Instagram, but you know, the stars aligned, stuff just started falling into place. And I wanted a platform to be able to reach out to other women, other moms, other like-minded individuals that love fashion, beauty, family, fitness, and that like to have fun. Like pretty much that's my motto: family, fashion, fitness, and fun.
Girl,
So yes, that is what I am all about. So yeah, I am here, and I'm just excited to like get caught up because this.
Listen, these past, I would say 6, but only really been like what, 4? March, April, May.
Yeah.
Been like these 4 months for like a year.
Felt like a long time.
It felt so long. So during our little girl catch up, I thought we'd do a little, not wine tasting, but a little wine tasting. We want to taste each other's wines.
A little
sort of, kind of.
Yeah.
So we have Miss Maisha's favorite wine. Can you guys see? How do you pronounce it? Because I don't want to say it wrong.
No, you're going to say it.
Menage. Okay, Menage a Trois? No?
Yes. Ooh, listen.
I was really thinking that.
Y'all know I can't. I'm like, I can't pronounce for real. So I'm just like,
no.
I'm gonna let her tell us what she like.
Yeah. Wait, go ahead and read the alcohol content on the back. What's the alcohol?
Oh, you know,
you finna be lit, girl.
By default, I just start drinking wine. I don't even look at the alcohol.
Really? You don't?
I just start drinking.
Dang.
Is that bad?
Let me take a sip.
13.
Yeah.
3%.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so listen, I got this. I have KK's downstairs. I have mine downstairs. KK, yours is the
Yeah, this is what I'm drinking. This is what I'm drinking.
Oh, yes.
Yes, KK selection. And look, her alcohol content, I can't even see because I don't have mine.
I'm scared.
I think, is it 13 as well? Or maybe 15?
I cannot see it. Anyway, I can't see because my glasses
It's up there.
It's up there somewhere.
Listen, you got me
so good though.
You got me hooked. I've been drinking the sweet rosé one. I'm drinking all the Moscatos. I'm just like,
and I really don't drink. Is it Roscato? Not Moscato.
I think Roscato.
Okay.
I think that's what a sweet red. And you know, I don't drink Pinot Grigio. I think I tried it once, and I was like, this is trash.
I love Pinot.
But I think it was the brand at that time. So let me. How they be?
You never tasted it? Oh my god, I'm scared.
This is my second, okay, but the first time I had it, it was like one of them brands. You know, like what's that brand that everybody get at first? The Barefoot brand, like
the one that be having in the bottles of the wedding, the little tiny bottle, and they put in like.
Yeah, I was like, oh, this is Barefoot is trash. I don't care what nobody said, but listen.
You had something though.
Well,
it's not bad.
It's not for everybody. I'm not a sweet girl. Like I'm not a sweet wine girl, but I'm not a dry wine girl. So
now, this one is. I could see myself eating some salmon for this or a salad.
Yes, salmon and Pinot Grigio go hand in hand. I'm about to try KK's. I'm excited, but before
this
I
is
do,
not when you get yours in the mail, Katurrah, because listen, life can happen. And I never made it to the post office. So when yours come in the mail,
it's still at the house.
Listen, the day I dropped yours off, we went to go eat, take pictures. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go back home and pick it up real quick. I went back home, didn't go back.
Girl, you know how I already know how it is. You do not have to explain to me.
Life was like really happening. But this is good. Do you normally drink this cold?
Yes, I'm drinking chilled. Is yours chilled?
Girl, I just took it off my counter and just started drinking it.
Oh Lord, I'm about to tear mine up too. But
I drink
all my wine stick in it, girl. I gotta tell people put my wine stick.
Girl, I need them.
Oh, so show us how the wine stick works.
So basically, I partner with a company called Wine Stick, and it instantly removes sulfates for a healthier wine experience. So it's this little stick you have here, and whatever the magic, because I'm not the scientist behind it now, but there's like a magic in this little white thing right here in the middle of your wine stick, right? So for me, I get tummy aches drinking wine, I get headaches drinking wine. Sometimes I get stuffy, like it feels like I have allergies. But the wine stick solves all those problems. You basically take it out the little package, y'all, pour your wine, swirl it around for 10 seconds, right?
That's not bad.
Nope, that's it. And then
sugar or something.
after this, you take it. You
Does the
dispose.
stick change color?
No, it's just it turns the color of wine pretty much. I feel like it's like one of those little
Girl,
bubbles came out. No bubbles came out. But then what is cute, so that's all you do, literally, and it removes the sulfate so you won't get all like, icky and stuff feeling the next day. But it has this little wine, it's a cue, and you put it on your wine. You guys know the little wine things that you...
Oh, the little cute little thingies?
Yeah, you put on your glass and you hold it there so you know your wine and all that. But for real, like, I will not promote a brand unless I believe in them. And I'm telling y'all, I have so many people I know, so many girlfriends that including myself, that get sick after they drink wine or don't feel good. So I'm telling you, try the wine stick.
That's it.
Girl, I'm gonna send Miss Ma was generous to give me a sample of a sample. So I'm gonna give a sample of a sample with you as well, Katurrah.
No, Katurrah.
And I'm gonna give it to you in the when I do my package.
This wine is amazing.
It's addicting. I was like,
that's me and my boyfriend's go-to. Like,
oh Lord, here I go tonight. Honey, you off tomorrow, right?
that's
I'm
what
gonna
I'm
do this
saying.
whole bottle.
Well, listen, before I had the Moscato, my favorite wine is the St. James Winery, which is only in like Missouri, Illinois, because
I have that here too.
the winery is right there. Like, if you it's in Missouri. That wine is so good, y'all. Like,
really, I'm gonna try that next time.
That's a sweet one, and I eat that with my popcorn because everybody know by now my popcorn and wine is a thing. But real quick, y'all. So today's topic, we're going to talk about. Well, not really talk about. We're going to talk about a number of things. We're going to do a little catch up. But before we do all, I don't know why I keep talking about my hands, y'all. But before we do all that, we're going to do a new segment called "What y'all think about this?" So I'm sure everybody's on Instagram, Facebook. I'm not on TikTok though. And I'm just strolling. And I come across all these different posts, stories, comments, and I be reading them like, wow, people still think like that? Or people still, okay, so I figure I'll ask you guys, what you think about this? Then I'm not going to mention the group that I got it out of, just in case my listeners are from that group, but I'm going to read it. I think I'm going to change the names in the story as well. Even though... So, all right, y'all. So this is what I found. Let me know what you think about this. So, Harry and Ashley recently married, right? Ashley is a neurosurgeon and earns $400,000 a year. Harry is a manager at Finish Line and earns $44,000 a year. After the wedding that Ashley paid for, Keith moves into Ashley's house. Ashley buys him a new Lexus to replace his old Honda. And she even paid for the 2 weeks honeymoon in Jamaica. Harry loves Ashley with all of his heart and vice versa, and they are happy together, right? But Tamika family and friends is like, you stupid, like, sis, you a dummy. So, since Harry is the man, is there a problem with their financial agreements? If they're in love, does money difference really make them unequally yoked? What are your thoughts? Because I have my thoughts.
Who's going first?
I have my thoughts, but I'm going to let my guest speak first. So she the breadwinner. That's what they call it. Breadwinner. Mm-hmm. What are your thoughts? Like, would y'all...
Oh, shit.
If this was you and your spouse or you and your guy, could y'all be in that role? Could you be that person?
So, first of all, family members always got something to say. And they should mind their business. Because the ones that's usually talking don't have a spouse.
Ooh.
That's one.
Ooh.
Two, I'm not going to say this is an unusual situation because, we're so used to the man making more money. Yeah. It's so different when the woman is making more money. Mm-hmm. So it's like, oh, I'm used to my boyfriend or my husband making more money and him helping me out, you know, when I need stuff. So how come they can't apply the other way? You know, it just sounds so taboo when it's like the woman is making more money. Now, it's not usual, but I feel like it happens. We just don't speak about it a lot. Let's be for real. When it's a situation where the man or the woman is making more money, I feel like people try to make it seem like because you have to make a certain amount in order to be equally yoked. And it's like, it's so much more that goes into the financial things. Like, okay, he makes more, I make less. Financially, he's doing better than me, but I can also carry my weight in a relationship in so many other ways. It doesn't have to be about money. Like, my job, you know, and like he's gonna have to take care of that, but just understand that like outside of the financial, we have a balance on like things that I can work on that makes us better, or not makes us better, but everybody has their traits that they're good at. So I think that situation is fine. If it was me, it's kind of like, okay, it's not like I'm playing baby boy and I'm taking care of another son. We just have different financial situations, because I want you to treat me, if the roles were reversed, I want you to be like, yo, you good, you make less than me, that's cool. We solid, we have a foundation, and we're working on whatever we need to work on. Start looking in, people are just gonna be like, girl, a man is supposed to do this. And you're right, a man is supposed to do things. But dang, like, I'm supposed to dumb down my career and what I do because he didn't decide to take that route too. I love who I love. And I to work at finish line, and you have you know, that may motivate him to be like, yo, my woman is really out here, she's a doctor, she's making more money. That could motivate him to be like, I want to go back to school, or I want to do more than work at finish line or wherever, you know. So it's like, man, people got something to say. Some folks are just so one track minded, and that's the only issue that there is. Like, please be more open.
I see any comments. I 1,000,000% agree with that. Because me and my husband, we actually talked about like when he got out of the military, him being a stay-at-home husband, and me using that time to go, you know, pursue my stuff and my career and all that. You know, we didn't know what our future was going to look like with me having a job or where I was going to be, but there was a time where, you know, I'm like, hey, like, I wouldn't mind that. Like, and he was like, he wouldn't mind that. I just think that you just never know people's goals, like what they're looking to do in their life. And I feel like people want to place you in a box. Yes, they do. And as a woman, I don't want anybody to place me in a box. So why do we place these men in a box? And one of my guy friends put up a thing, like a meme or something. It was a month or so back, and it was so sad to me. It was like, men are born into this world with a job, and if he doesn't, it's not verbatim, I can't really remember, but it was basically that men are born into this world with a job and a role, and if they don't live up to their role, then they're not a man, or they're not, you know, considered a man. They have to come into the world with a job coming off. They can't go off and be like, oh, I'm trying to figure myself out, or I want to take some time to be, you know, to do this or whatever. Like, we automatically put them in that role, and that's a lot of pressure. Like, they're not, some men feel like they're not valued. They feel like they have to do something, this grand thing, to be valued in the eyes of people. And so for me personally, I disagree with that. I just feel like in a partnership, you talk about things, you figure out what's right for you, your family, your dynamic. But not only that, you talk about, we're individuals. Like I always tell my husband, we are on, you know, the same journey, but different paths. And I feel like people, oh, we're married and we're a couple, so, you know, I have to, my stuff has to line up with this person's. No, you're your whole human. Girl, listen. You're your whole human with your goals in life and all that. Like, I'm here, like, I want to walk it with you. I want to be with you, but I'm on my path to what I want to do in my life. But just because we choose to walk it together, like, I don't know. I just, that really irritates me when people put people in the box like that and put people in these roles. Like, I don't like it.
Girl,
I don't like it, y'all.
let me tell y'all, when I was reading these comments, but for the comments for the most part, they was like agreeing, like, so what? If they in love, they in love. I know a lot of them said, but I would get a prenup though. And I'm just like,
I don't even think about that.
I don't know, but I was reading it. I'm just like, if this was reversed, it'd be like, oh, sis got it made. She ain't got to worry about nothing. Oh, I'm just like, so why isn't it when it's, the female? And I hate the word like breadwinner, just like she just making more at the time. Because we don't know what he got going on.
Nope.
Or whatever.
We don't know what his savings like. We don't know what.
we don't know what he got going on.
And still, like, what if? Sorry, I'm trying to figure out my camera stuff over here.
Are you good?
And still, y'all. And then I'm gonna be done with this camera stuff. What if he is struggling? What if he doesn't have it all together? And then a year from now, 2 or 5 years, he is literally living his dreams, balling, making money. Then you want to come back? No, that's the same character of man that you had already been with. That's the same character.
For a long time.
Yes. It is crazy because I know you had sent something similar about women don't talk to men at gas stations. It was like something like that. But it's just like, maybe that's why I ain't got nobody. It was like a post or something that we had.
KK, you said that?
There was a post. She had sent a post. And I'm like, maybe that's why some people ain't got nobody. Because y'all like, oh, he working here. I'm like, but so what? Like, he working though. Like,
I'm gonna show y'all something real quick. Let me show y'all something. And people always ask me this. You see this? This is the ring that my husband, we've been married for going on 15 years.
Girl.
I was beginning wrong. But we've been married for almost 15 years, together for almost 16 years now. Right, babe? How long we been together?
That's how it be, girl. You be done forgetting.
16
I'm like,
years.
listen, it's another year.
I'm gonna be like,
who's
gonna be like,
well, my son says 17. My son says 17 years. Okay, so look, this is the ring he proposed to me with, right? In the living room of our little townhouse. After we had only been dating for 8 months, he had just became a staff sergeant in the Air Force. We was pretty much struggling. Like, we didn't have a lot. I was working in the mall. And everybody always asked me after all these years, and, he's went up in rank. We are at a different, space in our life right now. But people always ask me, like, oh, you're going to get an upgrade on your ring? You're going to do this? You're going to do that? And I'm like, absolutely not. I want to look at, when we are millionaires, I'm going to keep this ring on my finger.
Speak it in the air.
Yes. Speaking into existence. I'm keeping this ring. And listen, I get it. I like jewelry. I like cute things and all that stuff like that. But it's something about this that I would not change. Like, I want to look back and see how far we came. Like, how far, like, where we're going. Like, it doesn't, I see so many women that are like, girl, he proposed to you with that little ring, or is cubic zirconian and all that. What does that got to do with anything? I see so many people get proposed to with like 4 and 5 and 6 carat rings, and
4 or 5, 6 months later, they not together.
It doesn't matter. So when I have grown with this man, we've grown with each other. I've watched him grow as a man, as a human, as a person, vice versa. So I just felt like, what if he's like my best friend, like my partner, like, he has come so far in his life. And what if I looked at like, oh, you proposed to me with this ring, or you were working at Target or something like that, which that's my spot. But you were working at Target. What if I had looked at that and then I had missed out on this beautiful soul of a man because of materialistic stuff? Girl, because my family and girlfriends or whoever was judging. They're going to judge you anyway, girl.
Girl, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, sidebar.
Somebody going to say something.
What you going to, because somebody always saying something. I know when me and Warren, girl, we was like, I guess we was kind of dropouts now. I'm thinking about it because we ain't got no degrees, but, that's not another day. But, like, he was, working at like a trash place because we had a kid coming, basically doing what he gotta do for the kid. And I'm not caring. And we got married, and He bought me a ring at the mall, the little, the mall thingy, the little kiosk
Yeah,
thing.
the kiosk, like Pearson
Ring or
Pagoda
whatever.
or like Gordon's or something. Yeah.
Girl, I still have it now. I can't wear it because my eczema. So we got no rings on. I'm cool with that. But I'm just like, girl, that ring was probably like 200. But at the time, I told him, I'm like, I'm okay if I don't have a ring. Like it's cool. He's like, no, I'm leaving. I need people to know.
Yeah. Like you mine, girl. You better have your ring.
But and like you say, like we going on 10 years next year.
Congratulations.
And girl, listen,
y'all,
that's a whole nother topic another day. But
he was like,
listen,
I'm not like I want to update in rings. Like I don't like what's that proving? I don't know. I mean, right. I'm not shaming people who do it. Like that's good to you, but
that is I do.
Let's put that money to something. Let's update something else. Like buy a property with that money. You know what I'm saying? Let's put it in the stock or something. Like don't spend on invest in a company of the ring.
Yeah, even if you can. Like some people really like jewelry, and they but don't use the ring upgrade as a status symbol to
For what?
Like that's what I'm saying. We've been 20 years in. Yeah. That's cool.
Parents, they got married. They were 19 or 20.
Mm-hmm. That's like
my mom. She tells me the story, and they're my example of like good black love. Love. My mom said he proposed. Don't laugh, you all. He was like, the twist ties that you use for bread.
Yes.
He was like, I don't have a ring, but you are going to be my wife, and I'm gonna get you a ring. He got her a ring. It was not fancy or big or nothing like that. And I mean, I guess for him, because he was so young, he was like, I want to get my wife a better ring.
Yeah. Yeah.
Still has the smaller one. I used to wear it in high school all the time because I just like that ring.
Yeah.
She still has it. She can't wear it because her, people gain weight, lose weight, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, girl, we know.
Their stories behind that is so sentimental. So I get it, why you would want to, it's no need to upgrade. Unfortunately.
Well, my husband wants to. He wants to, and he always says that. But for me, I always say, if he surprises with me, honey,
you can't stop it now. Surprise.
Listen, I'm gonna rock that ring, honey.
I can't control what you're gonna do now. Yeah. I'm just giving suggestions.
Yeah, listen. But I'm letting him know that this is not something that I'm looking for. If that's something that he feels like he wants to do for himself, I will gladly accept it. I'm still keeping my ring, this one. But I'm like, yeah, if that's something you want to do, you can do it. But I just don't want to because so many women put that pressure on a man. Like, I want a bigger ring. I think it's more the pressure. I'm not hating on couples that do that. I'm not hating on people that, want to do that for themselves in their relationship, and they feel like, man, we made it, babe. Like, I want to do this for you because we're here. We can do that now. I think that's beautiful. But I would never put that type of pressure on my husband to be like, I want a bigger ring. You better get me a bigger ring or da-da-da-da. That's how
crazy.
Girl, I know people that do.
Like, I don't be. That's what I'm saying. Like you said, that's what Warren wants to do. Cool, but me, I'd rather let's
invest
that money elsewhere. So let me ask you this. This is just sidebar. I'm really thinking about this question. Do you think if it was like, do you think it's different once you're older? Because I met Warren, we was like teenagers. So I'm thinking, do you think if you met your spouse, or I guess KK, you'll be a good example because you're almost 30. Do you think it's different at that point, or do you think the finish line job is still cool because you working? I feel like some people feel like, well, we at this age now, so you should have it together by now.
Yeah.
Which is not true because I'm about to be 30 in 6 months, and I'm just now today.
Yeah. Well, I'm about to be 40.
You know what I'm about to do?
In a month and 2 weeks.
You are, girl. I saw.
People never believe. They're like, you about to be 40? I'm like, yes. And I have no trouble saying it.
When I found that out, I was like, where that's
right, that's everywhere, girl.
Yeah, it's all over, girl.
Girl,
It's been a hard life now.
I think people play the age card too. It's like, well, we almost 30. We should have it together. That's not true.
We don't all have it together. Like, we don't.
It's a journey.
Or anything. We're still figuring it all out. Like, girl. I was just having this conversation. Like, nobody is perfect. Like, what is perfect?
You know, perfect. There's no perfection around.
And what is together?
I guess some people have a thing like it depends on their standards and what they want. Like, okay, we're almost 30. You're working at finish line. Some people are going to be like, I feel like you should have a different job, but that's a standard. You don't know their history. Like for them, that could be a step up from where they came from. Like you don't know what was going on with this job. So it's like, don't be so harsh, so judgmental.
Well, people be missing their blessings because they don't want to.
Didn't we say that a few weekends ago? People having these kids miss their blessings.
They missing their blessings. I'm just like, but he can have stock in finish line as well. Like you just, exactly. I don't know. I just be praying to God. I'm just glad I found Warren when I did because I don't know what I'll do these days. People, I don't know.
Right, and even so, it's like, okay, you work at finish line, but this man could treat you
like a queen.
Not like have you feeling a certain kind of way that you've never felt from a guy before. And you miss that because of the money. But you know, people live and they learn, hopefully.
They do good. I can go in thoughts. I can go on and on about this because I gotta
say something.
Go ahead, girl.
I gotta go pee.
Yeah, go bathroom. You good, girl.
Yeah, so we're being real, right? I gotta take a potty break.
Don't mind kicking in. It's cool.
So now you
all right, y'all. We back. We had to take a little breakity break.
Yes.
So we're gonna go ahead. Like I said, it's not really no topic. We just kind of doing a catch up, just to see what we all been doing during quarantine. I know we all been like building our brands and things like that. And a lot has been happening. Like 2020, like we said earlier, 2020 is like I'm here. Was good. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Like
2020 is like I'm here. Fight me.
Like, what's up? I'm just like, wow. Like, so real quick, do y'all feel like it's been a curse or a blessing, this pandemic? Or maybe like a little bit of both for you personally? Because I know what kind of.
I feel like it's like a purge. Honestly, like, I feel like 2020 is like a purge of the bad stuff, like the stuff people didn't want to recognize, like just stuff that needed to get up out the earth a little bit. Obviously nothing's going to be perfect. Stuff's going to happen. Life is going to be life. But there's a part of me that really strongly feels like it's like a purge of like, listen, we're not handling things the right way. We're not doing things the right way. Like we need to take a step back, COVID. I think that is like our step back. Like we need to chill out, take a step back. Everything that's going on with Breonna Taylor, George Floyd, all that, I believe it's like, look, this still exists. This is still a huge problem. You know what I mean?
It's crazy.
So I feel like there was so much crap that people were just like sweeping under the rug and like trying to pretend that didn't exist. And I feel like 2020 is like, yo, we're gonna sit down and have a therapy session. We're gonna talk about this. And I mean, it's a lot. Like I suffer from anxiety. Like I have anxiety issues, and it's been a struggle. Like I'm up and down with this stuff because we have a huge year coming up in my family. Retirement, buying a house, moving to another state, just new jobs, just all that. It's COVID. It's like traveling. We got to travel, and like I'm scared for my kids. Like a big thing with my anxiety is germaphobe. Like I'm very like germophobic. So I'm like, damn, could this be just like anything else? But nope. So it's really testing me. Like I'm homeschooling my kids this year.
Girl, that's what I was gonna ask y'all too. I'm just like,
they're not going back on August 13th.
Like, my kids' school just sent the email. I guess as of today, they are implementing procedures to open the schools back up. And they were just saying, everybody's required to wear a mask. I'm like,
my babies ain't gonna wear no mask. They're 7. They're not wearing a mask 8 hours a day.
my baby, I got a first grader and a fourth grader. Jesus, a fourth grader. But I'm like, these kids are not going to keep these masks on.
And then the bus.
Don't even like
the bus.
When we go to the market. So no, homeschool is the way to go. Like
that's what I'm thinking too. I'm just like, I personally.
That's what they're offering, so that's what I'm going to go for.
Oh, they're offering that?
Yeah.
They're not even offering that here, girl.
My school, they need to, I feel like they should just do either or, because once things kind of got together towards the end of the school year, I'm like, okay, this is not that bad. They get on every day for like an hour or two with the teachers, and then just give us the work. I can make it work. Like, it's not that bad. But I'm just like,
they need to have a more structured, for me, curriculum.
Mm-hmm.
For us, but I know it was a rush. It was the end of the year. This kind of stuff happened, but I just feel like not forever, but my kids need to be like my son has respiratory issues, so like when he gets really sick, he has to be put on breathing treatments and all that stuff. Like it's not good for him. So I just don't feel comfortable. August 13th, sending my.
Girl, that's in a month, just about.
That's
and they're like, they're like, oh, well, we'll have maybe masks. They can't social distance. The classrooms aren't big enough. My kids will take their mask off. But what about the bus? They are crazy. London came home, or one of them came home, and it was like they had throw up on their backpack because a kid got sick on the bus. I mean, they're crazy. Like, it's nuts. Like, no, these little kids cannot.
They come home, they missing hoodies 1 week. They can't find this. They can't find. I'm just like,
yeah. I'm sorry. This is like grape juice. I'm sorry. I did not mean to interrupt you.
It's really good.
But I am tearing it up. Like, I'm like,
it's really.
It's like grape juice.
It's really good. Like, I can drink a bottle in a day and a half. But no, I'm just like, I don't feel comfortable because nothing got resolved. Like, stuff has been opening back up, but I'm like, y'all kind of just did that to bring the country back to status quo. Like, y'all just
that's all it was about. And
look, like Florida numbers going back up, Georgia's going back up. I think I heard Texas is going back up. I'm just like, I need to, because even my son won't let me be great. Even once the schools did shut down, before the teachers figured it out, I did my own curriculum. Why are you so serious? I'm like, because they can't get left behind. Like, we was up, we was like, dot. Then I said, maybe I can calm it down a little bit. Like, it only been a couple of days out of school.
At this stage, but I get it. That's what my husband's worried about with homeschooling. Like, he doesn't want them to lose out on anything.
I guess
really moment. Homeschooling, or especially for younger kids, older kids, they can, like teenagers, they can operate different with this. They know what to do, what they can stand. Younger children, it's like they're going to listen to what other adults or other people want them to do. If an older child doesn't feel comfortable with something, they're going to say it. Like,
they're going to be more vocal about it.
And it's just like, right now, I feel like if a school is offering like virtual learning, or if a parent decides to do homeschool in this moment because of COVID-19, and hopefully if things go back to normal and it cleans up, then I get what your husband was saying. Like, he feels like we missed out because we never, like, we were at school. We were in school.
Yeah, all the time. I didn't want to be there.
But right now, the social aspect don't matter. We worried about the health of our children.
Exactly. That's what I told them.
And our kids, they only like, I'm saying, yours is going to second.
Yeah.
Yours going to second. Ours is going to first and fourth. I'm just like, they're not really doing nothing in first grade socially. Like, cause like my daughter, Mel, she has like her one best friend we know their family, we know they've been home, they've been practicing social distancing, they haven't been anywhere. So we feel comfortable with them, or like, we do our, meet up, social distance, we're social distancing from each other. I'm like, okay, she got her one friend, we cool. Malia got her one friend that lives across the street. Again, we know
Which one
they've
was
been
Malia? She was
practicing.
the one that just came, right? I just
That
saw
was
Malia.
that was Mel.
Yeah, okay.
And then like the oldest, she has her one friend who I know they've been practicing social distancing. So I'm okay. But I'm just like, y'all better get on Hangout and talk. Like or something because I don't know. I'm just
Well, I have a very close few family members, very close, that just tested positive and are sick right now and are struggling.
yeah.
So it's real. Like they are, and some of these people are young. Like I'm not gonna, you know what I mean, because that's their stuff to put out there.
Yeah.
People don't want people to know a lot of times because it's like, you know, but you know they're young and they're struggling. Like I've never been this sick in my life, like struggling, like issues. I had a very close girlfriend that was hospitalized who's super healthy, works out, eats her veggies, you know, takes care of herself. And she was in the hospital for 3 weeks, you know. So my nephew tested positive, you know, for COVID and he was sick. So it's like there's people that I know, like just here recently found out that they are sick right now and they are struggling. And to know they're grown-ups, and I know it seems to have affected, you know, I don't really hear a lot of stories about kids, but I don't want things mutate all the time. Like, what if it mutates and then, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, I just don't know. I'm not going to play Russian roulette with my babies. And I'm not saying forever. Like, the kids are going back to school. Like, they're not going to be homeschooled forever, but at least until, you know, give this thing a couple of months, a fall or something, then I will be able to make an informed decision, I believe. But right now, I feel like if I were to send them back to school August 13th, it's like pushing them back out there, like, okay, go, and we'll see what happens. No, as a parent, like, I feel like I don't feel comfortable doing that with kids my age. If my kids were older, they could go. I'm saying the kids were like, I don't know, 12 or 13 or junior high or up. I feel like I would feel a little bit more comfortable, but
because they would know a little better.
These kids, you think they understand, but they don't
not really
grasp not touching their eyeballs or their nose or you know, sucking on their thumb or biting a nail or just doing random stuff or not washing their hands, running to the bathroom and not doing that. And there's one teacher to 20 students. She's not going to know when they go to the bathroom if they're washing their hands or they're doing this or they're pulled their mask down to mess with their face. And I've heard schools like are not doing masks because kids are more prone to get COVID with masks. Because like, the younger kids, because the younger kids at school, they have these things on their face, so they take them down to breathe and take them down to eat and take them down to pick their nose, and it's uncomfortable and they move them. Little kids with masks constantly touch their face. You know what I'm saying? So that's even more. People were like, we're not going to do masks because they mess with their faces even more with the masks, adjusting them and fixing the things and touching the hair and you know what I mean? Like, I don't.
It's too much. My thing is like, we already was out of stock on hand sanitizers, soaps, and things like that. Like they're gonna have enough to cover everything.
They be calling me now. I be sending in Clorox wipes and all that, Lysol and all
exactly.
that.
Like we be sending them in already, and I'm just like, my kids already like every school year they get sick. You know, it happens every school year because they're just kids. I'm just like, listen, can you send me the curriculum for at home because we not ready. Like what how I feel about I was at a country's opening back up. I feel like some places are not opening up yet or they didn't open up yet. But like how y'all feel about that? Like the beaches, restaurants, even though they're still doing the like 25% capacity?
So me personally, I went to the beach a few weeks ago. I went to a beach that I felt like was going to be empty, not a popular beach. Like I didn't go to, you know, over here it's like people go to Wildwood Beach,
Mm-hmm.
they go to Atlantic City, or they go to Rehoboth or something
Rehoboth, yep.
in Delaware.
That's where I'm from.
Right. That's their go-to.
Yeah.
I was like, I know if I go to these beaches, it's gonna be overcrowded, it's gonna be crazy. So I made it a thing for me to like, okay, I want my son to have a little bit of summer fun.
Mm-hmm.
I want to change the scenery to just like a fun day trip. So I went to a beach that I felt like would be a little bit, less crowded. And it worked out good for us. There were people out there, but we weren't all next to each other on the beach. There was space.
Okay, good.
And, it worked out good. We were out there. We had fun. I bought my food, the fruit, so we didn't have to buy any food from anywhere. So I was playing it as safe as I could with being out at the beach. And then I went to just last weekend. So I haven't been eating out at all except for last weekend. I went to visit my cousin in Baltimore. And we went out to eat, and I was like, I don't know. But we went, I was like, I want plastic everything. So they gave me plastic forks, We had our own wipes. They provided disinfectant wipes to wipe our tables down, wipe the seats down. You can sit outside or indoor. But y'all, when I tell y'all it was empty.
Really?
There was a few people sitting at the bar. And then it was me and my 3 cousins. The whole space was empty. I'm not even going to front. And I'm not just saying that just to make it sound good. I was just like, wow, we really basically got the rest of it ourselves.
Yeah.
But, and I was just, praying that the people who cooking got their mask on, the waitresses, they had their mask on. So I'm like, okay, that I felt okay with that because they were able to provide us with, they let it be known, like we're taking the precautions too. It's not just y'all.
Yeah.
So,
I know us, we not eat out, but we order to support our local areas. It's a lot of support the local business. So we order.
I tried that soul food restaurant too.
Which one?
CNC or C Soul.
It's about a black lady.
What's that soul food restaurant called? CNC Soul Food.
I think I seen an Instagram about that. But yeah, we just been eating or ordering from local places, and I'm for one, I'm already particular or where we eat at anyway. Because if I go into the establishment and it's just looking not right, I'm just like, we're not in here.
Yeah, I can't.
I don't care.
Might as well be like, oh well, it's mom and pop. I don't care whose mom and papa it is. If it looks like they have roaches on the pan, I'm not eating there. You know what I'm saying? If it got like mold and mildew and I'm not doing it.
That's
I don't care how good the food.
So we already, like I said, we've been ordering, and if I do get fast food, it's only been like Chick-fil-A because they're the only people that I know that's going to do the right thing because they're Chick-fil-A. But other than that,
Chick-fil-A fast food? I feel like Chick-fil-A.
I don't know what Chick-fil-A is. It's good. But other than that, I think the day we came to see you, we picked up some food, Freddy's.
I already know you. I went to Freddy's. Oh, I love it.
That was so good. But we ate at the park, and we didn't go to the main park. We actually sat on like this random grass area. We took out our
what park?
It's in Shiloh. You know what Target is? In Greenmount.
That's the one we go to.
It's down there. Okay. So we went to that park. We just had a little picnic, whatever. So I'm like, all right, this is not bad if it's just us, because like everybody, we need to get out the house, things like that. The other stuff, if it was like just me and Warren, I won't mind eating out, because they got the food outside. I won't mind doing that, but just us two.
Yeah.
And with the kids, we can't do it with I can't.
Girl, I can't. I got you said at the baby.
At the same time, I be like this. Like,
girl, I got baby West. He be licking his fingers, biting tables. I'm like, we gonna. I can't. But yeah, once I say me and Warren, we would probably go to like how you would. What's up, Kai? Hi. You know my sister be watching you.
Yes, he knows.
He's so cute.
Juana and Jessica, thank you. Okay.
But if it was like and if we do go to a restaurant, it'd probably be like how KK was. It'd probably be a place that nobody really going to.
Yeah.
But it's just like there's people out there doing it.
We're gonna go to the
I'm not
lake. I need to
judging.
go to the lake. I'm like Katurrah. Like we're gonna take because I feel so bad that they have been stuck in the house pretty much since. Like they go outside, they live their life, but I mean like away. Like we spent all last summer, in different states.
Oh
Ohio.
yes, so did
We
I.
went to Kentucky. We went to Indiana. Like we were out, and this summer is just like nothing. So I think there's a lake somewhere around here, like an hour and a half away, or an hour
Is
away.
it Lake Carlisle? You talk about that one?
I don't know. I forget. It might be. I can't remember right now.
Mm-hmm.
But we're just gonna spend a day at the lake with the kids in our own
Mm-hmm.
little space. I'm gonna pack a picnic,
Right.
and just to get them out in a different scenery and all that. We'll take our masks. We'll distance. We'll do that. But I just
That's
feel
not bad
like
either. Or go on hikes. I know on the Missouri side, I'm
yes,
gonna cut you off. On the Missouri side, they have all kinds of walking trails. It's this walking trail. I forgot what it's called, but just like things like that. I was like, I don't mind. I know this is why I tell my family we need to get an RV, y'all. Cause we had an RV, we
yeah.
can go anywhere.
Get
Listen,
an
y'all
RV. You
laughing.
can get in
I'm
there,
dead
rent
serious.
one.
We can sleep in there. We go out. We can go sightseeing because it's
Yeah.
outside, and then one in the hotel. We could be. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all.
I'll eat some
I'm about to invest in an RV.
Hurry
But
up and
other
I'm
than
on it.
that, like besides the kids going back to school and just like the traveling, like I said, I don't, those who's traveling, you know, I'm sure you take up precautions, but me personally, I'm just like,
Get on a plane.
I don't know. Like,
Not right now.
I don't, we can drive our car out. Okay. Like we can
Yeah.
drive our car. We can just find a RV spot and sleep in the car. Listen, we can do that, but I'm not going
Yeah.
to nobody hotel.
I feel, I, at one point, I was like, traveling might be good. Getting on the plane might be good. As soon as I think Delta Airlines was like, this many people were confirmed with COVID-19.
Yes.
Mhm.
It made me be like, nope, sit your behind down. Stay in the house. So I'm just like, I think
Girl,
I'll feel comfortable getting on a plane until maybe another year or so.
that's what I'm saying. That's why, cause I
I
know.
gotta get on one in November.
You have to.
Oh yeah, cause you
Yeah, we're leaving. We're moving, so we got to get on the plane. But
Listen,
girl,
by then you're gonna have the kids ready. They're gonna know what to do, what not to do. You're gonna have the wipes. You're gonna have the
maybe
hand
do
the
the
mask.
red eye. I feel like overnight flights don't be as crowded. I could be
But
wrong.
I can't. But see, the way my anxiety is set up, I need to get there and do it. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? Like I feel like red eyes. I don't know. I just feel like I need to get in the thing because we're going to Texas. I feel like I need to get in there. And it's like 2-hour flight and get off, and germs get off of me. I feel
Yeah.
like them red eyes. Sometimes they be having layovers, and you got to be in the airport for a long time. And you know what I mean?
That's the one thing.
And then I want to go to Delaware to visit my family, my mom, but she's older. She has health issues like pneumonia. She just had pneumonia last year. So
Yeah.
I'm like, and I feel like the public bathrooms. I cannot do public.
oh child.
That's
You know what I
the
mean? So I
one
can't
thing.
drive. It takes 13 hours to get to Delaware from
That's
here.
the one thing that made me think, oh, we can drive, but then I said, oh wait, but they gotta go bathroom.
Yeah.
Because we was gonna go to Georgia, but then some health things came up with our family. That's only an 8-hour drive, so we can like leave at night. By the time y'all wake up in the morning, y'all there. But when you on a trip, all of a sudden everybody gotta go bathroom all the time. So I just like, but
Every
then
single time, girl.
I know. So then it was
Bathroom.
like, but then it's like the bathrooms, and it's like we got about a potty. Like I'm about to use our son a potty. Like, listen, y'all about to use this potty. We could just dump
Yeah,
it.
so my girlfriend said she was gonna do. She said she was doing a potty, girl.
Because I'm
She
just
was like,
like,
"Look, I'm doing all the kids. They're gonna be 16 years old. They better use the potty."
they can squat. Like, now listen, you, especially the boys, you go ahead over there in the bush. Come on, you girl. So I just like, it's just
Public bathrooms really make me itch.
Yeah, it's disgusting. I can't.
COVID-19 or not, they make me itch.
Girl, I try not
And then
to.
I have you guys have boys that can stand up and you have girls too. Yeah. But you do have a boy. Boys can you can put them over the thing and they can. Well, no, he wears a diaper.
He wears a diaper. Kind of like with Mel. We have went somewhere. She had to go to the bathroom, and I'd be like, "Let me hold you like this, so you can." And she's like, "But I can't go like this." I'm like, "Can you hold it though?"
Yeah, that's how I'm trying to hold London. I'm like trying to hold her over the thing,
and she like struggling, touching the walls. Yeah. I'm like, "Stop touching stuff."
Yeah, I cannot do public restrooms. I can't do it.
Just bring them and potties. You can get like the cheapest one. I think it's probably like what $20 max at like Walmart. But other than that, I'm trying to see what else been going on in 2020. Girl, the Black Lives Matter movement is in full effect. Listen, we out here.
Justice, no peace.
Listen, I was telling my husband, I'm like, I feel like things happen for a reason. I feel like, when Kobe happened, that started everything.
Oh, girl.
Kobe passed.
I didn't forget about Kobe, but
that started everything. Like the world came together. It was loving each other. And then after Kobe happened, then there's COVID, so everybody was put on pause and was able to focus, I think like KK was saying. And then, I feel like, what was it, like in March? It was just, for one, it threw me off the loop. Like every time I woke up, something was happening. I'm like, why every time I wake up, somebody is shot or something? Like, what is, like...
You know what I want to do?
Like, are y'all not caring at this point?
So, do you guys have a really close, because I feel like I have really close girlfriends, some. Like, my best friend is a woman that is not Black. She's white. Mm-hmm. So, I think, I don't know, maybe we should get a perspective from a white person.
I don't...
What they think about all this. What do you think, Katurrah?
Getting a white person's perspective on what we're going through?
Yes, just how they, not, because they can never give their perspective of what we're actually, Black Lives Matter and all that. But I want the perspective of, do you realize, can you have empathy? Do you realize this? Are you one of those white people that think oh, I don't see racism in my world or my life? Or do you feel like you want to be an ally? You know what I'm saying? You want to be an ally. You want to be like, yo, this is, I want to stand with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because it's I have a lot of girlfriends that are not Black.
I just be looking at them so.
Yeah, it's with this situation, I really try not to look at white people with the side eye.
Yeah.
Because
by default, I'll be out in public.
Yeah, because it's just I have a little bit of angerness in me, because it's you don't even know what we be going through when we see this, how we feel, how people look at us. It's you would never understand. So it would be interesting to have a conversation like that, and it may benefit them. But I just would like for white people to really listen to us, and
that's what I'm saying.
Don't defend it. Just listen.
Yeah, just listen.
Learn something from it, and maybe you could really truly, you would never really feel it. But you could have some sensitivity.
Yeah, it's some empathy about it.
Yeah.
I had a girlfriend that messaged me, and she was asking me a whole bunch of questions about this because she's trying to learn, right? So, and this is a girlfriend, not the one I was talking about, but this is another girlfriend. And we are really, I love her and I care about her very much. And I know she cares about me. And, she was asking me a whole bunch of questions is it weird when Black people, if a white person touches your hair? She tries to get her son to watch documentaries and do all that stuff. She tries to educate herself.
Yeah, that's
but, she asked me questions do we have the same skin routines? And I'm like,
what?
It's skin. So, what am I, alien? It's skin. It's skin. So it's weird because I feel like she is genuinely coming from a place of trying to understand.
Yeah.
But in doing so, sometimes you come off as like you really think I'm an alien.
Yeah,
like you really think that I am not. You really legit think that I'm different than you. I'm literally a human being, but my skin is melanated because of where my people come from. You know what I'm saying? Like that, like white people have different hair textures. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Barbara Streisand got a whole afro. I don't know. It was white, you know, I mean, there's people, we're different humans, but I just feel like some of the questions is like, oh, do you feel like different this and do we this and
girl, sometimes I feel like listen, it's books that you can read.
Yeah, I'm like, go read a book, go watch a Netflix series. Don't
damn, but do you need a book to know if we have the same skincare routine? I got skin.
I'm like, I do the same thing. I wash, moisturize, I use serum, I use facial oils. I mean, it might be different brands because I got different, acne, but girl, this whole
why people use different brands?
Right.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like it's just, it's literally our skin is melanated and we were enslaved and forced to be here from another country and culture and all that. Like, is there, like, do I have a tail? Is there a tail?
That's what I'm saying. And you know what's crazy?
Why do they treat us like we are aliens or out of the planet? Like, and like we infiltrated their stuff. Like
I'm like, girl, that'd be my number one argument. First of all, we all came here, not, like y'all wasn't here either. Nobody was here first.
No, the
Native Americans was here.
Yeah.
So let's just start there. But I don't. It's so much.
Everything.
Let me rub on my crystal, y'all.
I'm sorry. Like what Maisha said earlier, everything that's happening, it showed people that it's not new. Y'all just I guess it's like with with COVID-19 and the pandemic, it's like y'all really are seeing it now.
Yeah.
And get to it. They're like, oh, that happened so long ago, but yeah, but for us, it happens every day.
And people are still getting lynched.
So I pray
that is crazy.
Open people's eyes to really like read and educate themselves so that they're really so closed-minded and don't think like, oh, this happened because if they would have did this in this situation, it's like, no, it don't matter. Like this is how we're treated on a regular basis.
On a regular basis, like I be on the phone with Warren. What'd you say? My bad. What'd you say?
No, I was just saying. I just hope that people.
I be on the phone with Warren, my sister. I'm like, it's sad that I'm just driving, just cruising, and if I see a cop, I instantly get tense. Like, let me make sure I'm definitely on my P's and Q's, because they killing people for not having their turn signals on, and
girl.
It's like
you got a thing that's your brake lights on or something.
Like it's just so much, and it's just like I saw somebody had said something, and it was like it's sad that as a Black person, when you leave the house just to go run an errand, you gotta say goodbye like you going to battle, like hug everybody, kiss everybody.
You just going to go to Target. I don't know what's going.
Exactly. So it's this whole. I know, like Hickory said, it has opened up eyes, I guess, to some, Caucasians that really was like, man, I really didn't know. Because, they've been so busy working or do whatever. Like, yeah, I really didn't know. I'm just like, but we've been.
Or just in their bubble.
In their bubble.
Honestly, because sometimes when I explain it to people, I explain it in a way of people that are in the LGBTQ community.
Yeah.
More to it. LGBTQ.
LBGTQ. Yeah. I think it's another letter, but I'm not sure.
It's another letter, and no disrespect, but I think it's with people that are in that community. Like, as a woman, I'll never know what it's like to be a gay man. Like, I just won't. That doesn't mean I can't empathize with a gay man. That doesn't mean that I don't want them to be hurt and murdered just because of who they are, and discriminated against because of who they are as a person. Like, I would never. there's nothing I can do in my life to be a gay man. Like, I just am not, you know, but I can empathize and I can fight for, you know, equal rights and love. And I mean, that's who I am. So I will do that, and I will support, and I will fight for, you know, equal rights and just people being able to equality and all that stuff. But like, white people, like, they don't know what we go through, but you can try to educate yourself. No, like Katurrah was saying, listen.
Yeah, listen.
You gotta listen. That's where it starts off, period. You have to listen. Educate yourself. See, like, you know, take a step back, you know. Be open to understanding and change and being like, oh, you know, I don't know. I just feel like it's just, people are just so hateful for no reason.
And like, it's really sad.
It's not your life. It's not your.
I mean, on my timeline watching some of these videos of these white supremacists, I'm just like, how? I don't understand. You really feel that way? Like, it be mind-boggling. I'm just like, cause we had watched, it was this movie, Detroit. You seen the movie Detroit? So we had watched. I'm like, this is creepy. It's literally, you would think I'm watching the Facebook video of today. Like, the exact same thing was going on, and I'm just like, you telling me if y'all watch this movie, you don't feel bad about nothing. Like, you can watch a movie like that and don't be like, man, this what we doing to y'all? Are we sorry? Cause I don't. And then on top of that, it's Black females that was really at like the bottom of the barrel. Cause I'm still like, it's been how many days? And Breonna Taylor is still out there. I don't know what's going on with that case. It's just like,
that's
just stop talking.
That hurts me bad. That case.
I'm just like I'm hoping and I'm praying this is just not like a temporary movement, because everybody was in a hype, like, oh yeah, and then like a couple months from now, everybody just stopped talking about it.
Honestly, like, even if it is a temporary movement, so to speak, I feel like there's more eyes that have been open. Yeah. So, I mean, I just feel like people, because it's so heavy, you can't stay there. It's so heavy.
Yeah.
Sometimes, like, you know what I mean? Like, you can't physically, for yourself, for your family, for your well-being, for your mental health, like, you cannot live in this heavy place. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So even if it was, all you can do is just like go hard, hope the people that needed to hear it got it, hope the people that when it comes up again or through life, you know, you have people that will fight and speak up and all that, and there's people that needed to hear it, there's people that needed to understand. I have so many white people that I know and people not of color on my timeline that have so many vendors, so many corporations and brands and all that stuff. You know, I don't know, but you just hope it came down and like somewhere it sticks. There's going to be some companies, some places, some people that this thing I feel like is going to stick with. But the place though, like I hear that though. I hear because I see stuff all the time, and you ladies might disagree, but I hear stuff on Facebook or Instagram or whatever, and people like, you know, and I put it up as well because I believe like Breonna Taylor and, you know, this one, because it's been so many people, like so many of our people that whatever. But don't necessarily think just because people stop posting or is not asked to because this is heavy, like people's mental health, like, is at stake. Like, as a Black woman, it's hard feeling this like I feel it every single day because I'm a Black woman, but it has to come to a point for my children, for my health, for my future, for my this. Like, I cannot every single day of my life. It's like a negativity like pit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I feel you. I had to take a social media break for a little.
Yes, yeah, that's all I'm saying. But come back, get yourself together, get your mind right, Take your break, honey, but come back and keep fighting that fight. Like, you never stop fighting the fight. So that's what I'm saying. Like, even if somebody takes a break and they have to be like, okay, let me step back. Let me take my son to the beach. Let me, spend some time with my family. Let me do this. But always come back and fight that fight, And I feel like there are going to be deaf ears, and there are going to be some situations where people are going to be like, okay, I'm over it. But I think that core, once it hits your core, you can't do nothing about it. Once it hits that down deep, like, I feel like there's going to be some type of change, but as much, as above, so below. Where there's darkness comes light, and vice versa, So it's crazy. It's hard.
Yeah, 2020, man. We still got like a whole nother half of the year to go.
2020 has been hard. No lie. And 2020 has also been, I don't want to say refreshing, but it's been like it put like a pause button in certain people's lives.
Yeah.
Me, for instance, before this, I was working 2 jobs. So I was working 1 job, 8 hours, getting off, driving a half an hour to go to the next, getting home 11 o'clock at night, not being able to spend time with my son, waking up, taking him to school, doing it all again. The weekends, I was working my part-time job. Me personally, I felt like I never had a moment to just breathe.
Like a break.
Yeah. Like, I never had a moment to just like, let me sleep in. Let me just, spend some time with my son and we can just do something fun. It was always, I did spend time with him, homework time, reading time, okay, time for you to clean up, and this have really been a chance where like I was able to like take a step back. I was able to journal again. I was able to just like spend quality time with myself, It was a little bit of pressure that was taken off. And then it sucked when all of this stuff and, even though it's always been happening, it was kind of like, damn, I feel good. Like, certain things were coming in order while I wasn't working, which is crazy. Like, my finances were coming in while I'm not working. Yeah. I don't know how that happened, but all I can say is like, I'm happy it did. It was just like certain things were just falling into place how they should have. So it was like bittersweet because it's like I feel good because things are falling into place, but then it's like I can't enjoy it because my people are getting slain left and right.
Yeah, no.
And it hurts.
Yeah.
That's how I felt too. That's how I was like, it's like a curse and a blessing because I'm just saying, man, I'm just like, yeah, we're not going to school. And, it's really tragic that like people have passed from, the COVID and things that's going on. But I'm just like, but, in our household, we've been practicing social distancing. I'm spending time with my kids that I would have never had gotten because they be in school all day, right? So it's just like, man, we could just, I just watched y'all grow for like the past 4 months. It's like, wow. So this is how you really act? And then, the hub, he was able to work from home. And then just even like personally, because I was in a place before this, like, I don't know if I want to go and do this. I don't know if I want to put myself out there. And then I did it and stuff just been happening like boop, 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 boop,
left and right, sis. Left and right, yeah.
And that's just like I'm like I don't, I'm low key like, at the same time, besides all the unfortunate events, this really, I felt like if this time didn't happen, well, my process had happened that needed to happen, because I've been like meditating, praying, like, listen, God, I guess the real estate wasn't what you want me to do. So
at that point, you never know, but
like I tried it. It wasn't working in my favor. What'd you say?
I said a lot of people were able to like get better at what they're doing.
Yes, and I went back to like the beginning. It's like I made you a creator and I made you a writer, so I don't know what's this other nonsense you was trying to do. So let's bring it on back. So it's like, man, okay.
Yeah,
I
I feel like
appreciate this little time here.
I feel like it kind of just like, I feel like this time the world has said everything we were doing before, this hustle bustle craziness of the
Yes.
world, we honestly, we don't need all that. It's like a yoga session, like bring it back to center.
Yes.
Like we have been able to bring it back to center and focus on what is really important. There's husbands and wives home with their family that have not been home in 10 years with their kids.
Yes.
And being able, she's been grinding it up, you know what I'm saying? And being able to be home and spend that time with her son and like trying to figure out, what she's doing and what she wants to do and where she wants to take her company and her business and brand and all that stuff. For me too, like I feel like it kind of put things like, and it's crazy because my kids are home, but first of all, I love them, but they get on my nerves, but they motivate me. So they motivate me so much, but I just feel like I have been able to even reach out to more people because those people are home. The people that I want to reach are home, and they have more time and they're not out, and then we can really focus. And we know that we don't need this whole crazy. So many jobs working from home have opened up, like it's nuts. So I just feel like this time too has kind of helped the world see, let's chill. So many things that people were going crazy over and we thought that we needed and we thought we needed to do, we don't need that. Like we need to start promoting, family. We need to start promoting, entrepreneurship, like, self-employment, being at home, the stay-at-home mom, the educators at home. Like it's just so many things. Like this world, we don't need to be out and about and going crazy with.
I know.
Like it started to get to a point of excess, like everybody out and just nobody home and just everybody just going out and being crazy and doing all this stuff. Like I just feel
that's
like
how I was here. It was like school, work, you gotta be in the extracurricular activity. What you wanna do? Soccer, basketball, let's look like
this
all
is
these
what we were
different
doing
things.
last year. We were out of the house.
Listen,
even gyms, like that's why that was the most successful video that I've ever done, was the at home or the garage gym, because you don't always need. My husband created the garage gym to be at home with us, spend more time with his family, because he's in school, he's working full time, and he likes to live and do all that stuff. So he created this space to be able to be home with us more. And people are realizing now, because of COVID, I need a space. I can do that. I don't have to pay all this money for a membership to a gym. I can create a space in my own environment that's not a lot of money, and I can do that. You know what I mean? So it's so many things that we thought we needed to go out to do, even eating at home. Like we do eat out, but cooking at home more and having, home recipes and all that stuff, like that's kind of nice. Like like tonight I'm about to make me some salmon cakes. I would have made that before because I'm like, but I made salmon last night. I'm about to do me some salmon cakes, and like just things you think of, that you would have just made a dinner because you're tired and everybody's gonna go. Let me just do this.
Girl, it'd be a drive-through real quick. How much time make I left before bed?
Yes,
somebody drive through.
Chick-fil-A tonight,
I know. So let me ask you real quick.
Crazy.
I guess this will be the last question of the hour. So do you feel like, because of everything that happened and the life that we're going through right now, did it like open your eyes to like, man, let me just have a plan X, Y, and Z now? Like, I know I'm doing this, but it's clear to say this could be going like that.
Yeah.
So which I think. I know for me, Warren, I'm like, man, I'm so grateful that he is able to work from home, all things like that. But I'm like, what if that wasn't the case? We kind of didn't have no backup plan, because I was a stay-at-home mom. I'm trying to do what I'm doing now, but it's just like, woo, Lord, what we was gonna do? And it is just like.
What do you think, Katurrah? Because you are out there balling as a mother. Like you are out there working and doing all that stuff.
Yeah,
So
girl.
you were saying,
MVP.
how do I plan?
Like, do you feel like this time?
She felt like it helped her. Didn't you say that? Like you felt like when you took a step back, like it kind of.
Oh yeah, it helped. I was able to get certain things done and do a lot of things that I wasn't able to do. Or I just.
What about financially though? Do you feel like?
I think that's what I'm trying to. Yeah, like
you're trying to say financially. So what if one wasn't working?
It's like a backup. Like if this happened again, I'm good because I done made some moves now.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a tough one. Okay, so
that's a real.
That's what I've been doing.
With this happening, yeah, I feel like financially I would definitely be a little bit more smarter. God forbid there was no employment. There was no, parents to help me get through this, It's kind of like, dang, what would I do? Because I really have an amazing support system around me. Like my parents, my boyfriend, my friends. Y'all be holding it down because it's because I didn't have a lot of stuff and y'all came through for me. So it's like I don't know what I would have done and what my next plan would be. But I know with this happening, I would do things different. Like I would plan I could have a safety net, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Which I did have before, but it wasn't as hefty as it should have been. Being a single mom, it's like things are
absolutely, yeah.
And I think a lot of people, they can't really relate because they've never been in this situation or had to go through this. Shoot, I ain't never been through it. I'm learning as I go, to be completely honest. So
yeah,
like I would try my best to plan differently. And I'm still trying to plan, like with the going back to school thing, it's kind of like, what am I supposed to do? Like my issue was who's gonna watch my child. Never told me to go back to work.
Yeah.
It was kind of like crickets. It's so tough. It's so hard out here. But I guess
I feel you.
Situations where you really got to put your trust in people and just hope that somebody come through.
But let me tell you, sidebar, real quick. Once we done, we're going to hook you up because you've been doing the social media thing way before I was, because I used to be private. I had like 100 people. That was it.
Yes.
This could be your income, girl. We're going to help you make this your income. We're going to call it in existence. But
I could have been on a whole different level if I would have stayed consistent.
Yeah.
And then some of these influencers, they're not even consistent.
And you can be monetized. Like you're not, like you could get to a point where you can get monetized on Instagram.
Girl, listen, once we done, we're going to have a little chit chat because.
Yes. I'm here for all the help, okay? All the information I need.
And I know, so you might use it because y'all life about to change because that transition
the retirement
is real. That's why when Warren was like ready to get out, I was like, we need a plan.
Yeah,
because medical bills are real. So like, I'm sure y'all had a plan prior to this, but did this make it like?
We are retired. Like my husband's retirement, like he did 20 years.
So you like?
So when we get out, we have insurance. Like we'll still, have that part of it. But there's a whole nother part of it, like where the military provides certain things that the civilian world does not have.
Girl, I'm trying to tell you. Another episode we have to do. Cause this civilian world is vicious. I'm like, ooh, I don't care. We serve for y'all. We serve for y'all. All right, girl. So this was a good catch up, a good girls chat. We can go on forever, but
girl, we could stop us right here because
listen, they don't be want to watch all 2 hours. They be like, nah.
You gonna have to edit the heck out of this.
Girl, I always gotta edit everything. But real quick, if you want to let the people know where they can find y'all, any news you want them to know, so they can be on the lookout. And I'll make sure to add it in the show notes, in the description box. I add everything. But let the people know where they can find you and all that good stuff.
So me, Katurrah, you can follow me on Instagram. I got too many Instagrams now. So
Girl, we all do. Listen.
my blog is MixedPrints LLC.
It's 8 o'clock.
Sorry, my
Here we go with the clock again.
So follow MixedPrints LLC, and you can also follow Mixie Lip Gloss because the release of the lip gloss will be August 2020.
Yay!
Yes.
And you miss my.
You can follow me on Instagram at This Is My Jones. You can follow me on Facebook under My Jones, and you can follow my YouTube channel, My Jones. So,
Oh yeah, she got
follow
some.
me, y'all. Yeah.
And you guys, you can. I don't think I mentioned it in the beginning of the episode, but you can follow the podcast Coffee, Wine, and Life in Between on Instagram. And like I said earlier, on all the podcast platforms, you can watch this video on Antoinette Presents on YouTube and Facebook. And if you want to just follow me personally, you can follow me on Antoinette or J_Antoinette. I have a lot too.
You do, girl.
I have a lot too. But yeah, so on that note, we're gonna go ahead. We're going to end it here recording-wise. And I hope you guys enjoy. Leave your feedback, your comments. I promise you, naughty or nice, I will not be in my feelings because I don't know you personally. So leave your feedback. And I'll talk to you guys on another one. Bye.
Hey, y'all.
Bye.
Peace.